Univision is making a deal with the devil. These big content companies, they actually have a lot of assets. They actually have a lot of value. Oof, you guys got to be in a really tight spot to give literally everything in the kitchen sink, all of your leverage in Google. They've got all the cards. They've got all the data. They know your business better than you know your business. Univision partners with Google to transform its business and become the media company of tomorrow. Google is to power Univision's digital evolution, enabling the company to deepen relationships with Hispanic audiences and create market-defining content for the next generation of Spanish-speaking viewers. A multi-year strategic partnership. Google Cloud, that makes sense. Google Cloud has been on a partnership spree. Tom Kurian over there, former basically head of Oracle, who left Oracle, who's Larry Ellison's right-hand man, go over to Google Cloud. He's spent a bunch of money trying to have Google Cloud. They're not really going to close the gap on AWS anytime soon, but at least Azure, Microsoft's cloud business unit. This one is actually much deeper than that. This one is not only Google Cloud, that's like the Mayo Clinic Google Cloud partnership. It's just Google Cloud. Mayo went to an abundance of caution to ensure that everyone understood this was only a partnership with Google Cloud. This had nothing to do with Google Health, which is a different business within Google, run by David Feinberg, the former CEO of Geisinger, big healthcare system provider. So they were making that very clear. Hey, this isn't a cross Google partnership. This is just Google Cloud. This one with Univision, very different. They go into a lot of detail here, saying what Google Cloud will do, and then they say Univision will also collaborate with other Google product areas such as Android, and then look at this list: Android TV OS, YouTube, Google Play, Google Ad Manager, and Google Search to enhance its capabilities and improve the overall viewer experience. Said in other words, Univision is making a deal with the devil. That's what this is. And their hope is that the devil won't screw them in the deal. But they're, you know how they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket? All the eggs and the furnishings and all the toppings, they're all in the Google basket. The whole thing, all in the basket. Here you go, Google. Google will help Univision consolidate multiple digital distribution platforms, modernize its production systems, create a new customer data warehouse, migrate key enterprise applications to Google Cloud. This will allow them to apply AI and ML across this, provide better personalized recommendations, forge stronger advertising relationships. Literally the whole business. It should just be called Univision powered by Google. That's what they should call this. This is a Univision like service and content wrapper with Google underneath. But Google doesn't look like Google had to write a check into this company. It didn't look like Google had to invest in Univision. I mean, if it doesn't work, what's the downside for Google? Yeah, they lose some fees. It doesn't work for Univision. This guy, Wade Davis, he's out of there. Oh, yeah. This is a my job is on the line kind of deal, Wade. And woof, you guys got to be in a really tight spot to give literally everything in the kitchen sink to Google. It's a content company that just opened everything, the kimono, every analogy that you can make. Univision just did it and then some. That's the crazy thing to me is Univision and these big content companies, they actually have a lot of assets. They actually have a lot of value, and going and doing a deal with a large tech monopoly is one of many options that they have at their disposal. How about a whole slew of tech startups that are very well financed and looking to partner with large enterprises, right? Look at Roku just came out with the news, right? That they might lose YouTube TV on the Roku. These tech startups, whether it's Roku, whether it's Tile testifying in front of Congress about Apple, whether it's Spotify testifying in front of Congress just the past week about Apple's indiscretions and giving themselves preferential treatment. Google does the same thing. And what Roku is saying is that Google was misusing its monopoly power and trying to impose unfair terms on Roku. It's brinkmanship, and the tech monopoly can bring you all the way to the brink and never blink. You want to know why? Because they have no downside. Yeah, okay. YouTube TV is off for a few weeks, and it's not going to move the needle. Sundar's not going to be calling you up saying, "What are you doing?" Tech monopolies do have a lot of competitors. And, I think this is really a failure on Univision's side. I think they think this is the safe decision. Partnering with Google. Yeah, Google's going to do all of this. All of our problems are solved. Look, we got Sundar in the press release. Google is not going to screw us. They are really a true partner, right? Here's Sundar. We're excited to partner with Univision to use Google Cloud's technology and platforms like YouTube, Play, and Android to inform, entertain, and engage the next generation Spanish-speaking viewers around the world. Why doesn't Google invest in Univision if this is such a big opportunity? Right? Like, if it was me and I'm Sundar and I'm like, whoa, yeah, let's make you a model case study about it. If you trust us completely, then we will help you out. You'll be better off for it. And it's a private company. It's owned by Searchlight Capital. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's really from the private equity firm. Maybe it's these guys just giving too much pressure to Wade and just saying, hey, we got to cut out cost. I don't want to pay for this stuff. Google will. Yeah, do it with Google. Really don't think it's a good decision. You're putting all of your leverage in Google. They've got all the cards. They've got all the data. They know your business better than you know your business. I would not want to be in that position. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of tech startups. Would you call Roku a startup? There's a bunch of tech competitors that are still dwarfed, right? It's literally Roku, 50 plus million customers, 1% of the size of Google. And they are looking for strategic partnerships just like this, what Univision is doing. But Univision didn't have to go this far, right? They could have dangled it more. They could have said, here, Google, well, I'm just going to do the cloud deal because Kurian really wants the cloud deal. But you want the other stuff? Well, okay, you gotta do right by us on the first phase, right? Like, why do you just do the whole thing? You just lose all your leverage. Horribly negotiated, horribly strategized. There's so many alternatives to Google to solve these problems, and you don't have to go to one tech partner to try and solve everything, right? You can take a more nuanced approach and really try to gain a competitive advantage. I don't know. Just this is like textbook for what not to do. Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, but even better, make sure to follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Rumble, and text us 203-646-5159. Text the word Monopoly. You'll be subscribed. You'll get updates about when we're going live, our latest videos, and we'll send you even a little goodie bag. And in the event that we all get banned from big tech, we'll still be connected.